Hello and welcome to Gamer Life. In this video series that I like to call Versus Mode, I'm going to be reviewing two similar games, tell you what I think about them, and then pick the one I like better. Now, today we're going to be taking a look at Yomi and BattleCON Devastation of the Indians. Both are trying to recreate a two-player fighting game such as Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat. Both at its core is two-player games. Devastation has other modes in which you can play up to 5 players, but the core gameplay is one-on-one. Both take about 20 minutes to play, and that's pretty much where they differ.
So, Yomi comes with 10 characters. Each character has their own playing card deck of 54 cards, with jokers included. Yomi is in essence advanced rock, paper, scissors. There are 3 types of attacks in Yomi. There's regular attack that beats throws, throws that beat blocks and dodges, and blocks and dodges beats attacks. Now, most cards in Yomi have 2 sides. They're a top and a bottom. Certain specialty cards, like your face cards, tend to be the same, and your aces are your power-ups. So on your turn, each character will play a card face down. They will play the side that they want to use against their opponent. They will then turn it face up. They will clash, see who played the winning attack. The attacking player that won can choose to combo if you want to combo. If not, they discard their cards. They can discard 2 of a kind, 3 of a kind, or 4 of a kind of the same type of card to get their aces. And gameplay continues until one player has reached 0 life, and then that player is the winner. So here we have BattleCON. In BattleCON, the object of the game is to reduce your opponent down to life. Each player starts with 20 life, and each time they take a damage, they will reduce their life based on the amount of damage that they took. So each player starts with their 5 unique styles and 1 unique base. They will then get the same 6 bases. Imagine as these are your punches and kicks in a fighting game. You will then add your own unique style to form a different attack. So what a player does on his turn is they will take a style and a base, put it together to form an attack. So for example, this attack would have a range of 0 to 1, 4 power, and a priority of 2. So if the player was to hit the other player with this attack, they would deal 4 points of damage. And they have to be pretty much right next to them to deal that damage. The player with the highest priority gets to act first. If they have any start of activation or end of activation or start of beat or end of beat abilities, they can trigger them. Once both players have finished for that round, they will then take the cards that they have played, put it into the discard, and whatever the previous cards pair that they have played earlier will come back into their hand. So the discard is constantly rotating. So you constantly have the same cards in your hand. It's just certain cards won't be available at certain times because they're powering up like they would in a fighting game.
Now, I enjoy both these games. Both are excellent games. I've had both of them since they've came out. BattleCON is cheaper, easier to get. It has multiple play modes. It has a single-player co-op side-scrolling mode that I haven't even touched yet. But it's a little bit fiddly with the end of beat, start of beat. That cycling discard can be a little confusing for new players, and this storage is terrible. I had to custom make a storage solution for this. I'd show it to you, but it's just such a mess. While Yomi is simpler, it's easier to learn. This is the rulebook for Yomi, 4 pages, while this is the rulebook for BattleCON. See the difference? I like the power-ups in Yomi better. once you've learned the base BattleCON, they do have a finishing move for each character that they can do once they're at 7 health or less, but it's only once per game. While in Yomi, you can do the power-up several times if you're lucky enough to get multiple aces. I like the art in this one better. I like the simplicity of the gameplay, because if you can read your opponent, you can know what they're going to play. The downside is, it is advanced rock, paper, scissors. And if you know how to read your opponent, especially if they keep doing the same thing over and over and over, you could pretty much predict what they're going to play and beat them every time. Now, this is more expensive, and it's also harder to get. But at the end of the day, I like Yomi better. It's just a simplistic game that's easy to teach, easy to learn, and hard to master because of how the characters play. Now, even though I still enjoy Devastation of the Indies, I even have the first edition, which is War of the Indines. This is the only game I've ever kickstarted, and currently the only game I've probably will ever kickstart. And that tells you right there how much I enjoy BattleCON. But with all the extra play modes, and all the stuff inside this box, with all the 40 plus characters this has, Yomi is still the better game. That's just my opinion. That's it for Versus Mode today. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.